Deputies opened their hearts and their wallets to help some children. There were no smiles for this teen after his joyride on a four-wheeler and using satellites to keep track of inmates. Hello, I'm Major Chad Chronister. Welcome to Inside HCSO. First up, a teenager out for a joyride on his friend's all-terrain vehicle didn't count on eagle-eyed deputies on the ground and in the air. Deputy Benjamin Thompson spotted the four-wheeler speeding along County Road 579 in Seffner. The driver kept peering over his shoulder as a deputy followed with his lights and siren activated. The ATV driver quickly detoured to an open field and disappeared into the woods. That's when one of our helicopters, with Sheriff's Pilot Jay Bridwell at the controls and Reserve Deputy James O'Hara as the flight observer, spotted the ATV emerge from the woods. They tracked him until the driver pulled the ATV into a driveway on Bloomfield Ridge Place. That driver, a 17-year-old, was arrested and charged with felony fleeing and eluding. The public doesn't always see or hear about our deputies going the extra mile to help someone. Happens every day. Here's a great example of some big-hearted deputies extending a big helping hand.
I was dispatched to a stolen vehicle call over off of Trout Street near Robles Park, dealing with a stolen car situation when three juvenile males came up to me and asked if I wanted my car washed. After the third deputy showing up and they're asking the deputy if they wanted their car washed, I had to approach them and ask them what they needed the money for. And the three kids basically just said, we need school supplies. So I went ahead and told them not to worry about it anymore and that I would take care of it for them. They needed some uniform shirts and pants. I got them some pencils, some notebooks, crayons and markers. The one child said he didn't need a whole lot of that, but he needed some new shoes for school. So I got him a gift card to go get some new shoes at the Sports Authority. You know, I didn't really put an exact dollar amount that I wanted to spend on them. It was just getting them the essentials that they needed.
Together we can make great things happen. Need proof? Our deputies and cadets recently teamed up with Idaho Baptist Church, Bank of America, and the county's code enforcement section to spiff up the neighborhoods around the University of South Florida. Residents also joined in to make a difference. The takeaway? Together we can make a difference. A special ceremony took place at our headquarters here in Ybor City as we marked the 14th anniversary of 9/11. We honored those who died and those who responded by placing a wreath at our 9/11 Fallen Heroes Memorial. We were proud to do our part in a national pledge to never forget that fateful day. Here's a tag team of thieves who waltzed into the Macy's at Westfield Brandon Mall. These two women meandered around the clothes section, and while one kept an eye out for store security, the other stuffed 3 pairs of jeans and 3 polo shirts into her white pocketbook. Got their names? Give us a call. Using satellites to keep track of inmates? Sounds like science fiction, but it's reality in Hillsborough County. Check it out.
The GPS program supervises our pretrial population, and our house arrest program supervises those sentenced inmates that are already in custody. All the inmates that are on the program, whether it's GPS or house arrest, have the same equipment issued to them. The house arrest program is a very restricted program. You're actually confined to your house. Unless you live alone, then you're allowed to take out the garbage, or we'll give you time out to go to the grocery store, get your hair cut, those type of things. But those are set on a very regimented schedule that they report to us weekly. All the inmates on the programs report into the unit every week so that when we can give an interview with them, we have case managers that are experienced in detecting deceptions, and we also make sure they are aware of their court dates so that way they don't miss their court dates when they're pretrial. We currently have around 55 people on the program right now, but the contract allows us to support close to 200. The equipment is all very strong and tense. You can't pull it apart. Because this is a very durable piece of equipment, it's one of the most, it's the cheapest piece of the equipment for us to replace. And so instead of having to break apart the actual monitoring box and start damaging that, this is the simplest way for us to remove it from somebody. If they do cut or destroy and damage any of the equipment, that is another felony charge, as the equipment is over $300. So it's a combination of being charged for tampering with electronic device and destruction of property. Last year we had a 97% show up rate to court, which is better than most people being out on normal ROR. On the other end, I think we had about three or four that had cut the bracelet and ran, but unless they leave the country, they're going to be picked back up.
Never miss a beat with what your HCSO is up to. You can always keep up with HCSO on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and our website. Make sure you check back soon for another Inside HCSO, and check out our Staying Safe segment every week on Fox 13 Tampa Bay. It airs Thursdays between the 6:30 and 7 a.m. hour. Thank you again for your interest and support. Until next time, stay safe, Hillsborough County.